Hare Krishna devotees, please accept my humble obeisances of the Shri Prabhupada. Welcome devotees to this morning's Bhagavatam class. This morning we'll be discussing from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Sorry, Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 18, verses 33. And we are in the middle of the discussion where Shringi, the Brahmana's son, has found out what has happened to his father by Maharaj Parikshit throwing the snake bird around his neck. So we are right in that hot topic and the hot discussion, and we're very happy to have His Holiness Candramauli Swami with us. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to you and Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Jai Ho, my obeisances to all of the devotees, Vanchakalpa, to Sindhu, Prabhupada, Gitanam, Bhavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namaho Namaha. Prabhupada, Jai.
Jai.
Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 18, verse 33. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Aho Adharmam Bhavanam Ritnam Bali Bhujam Nivam Swamiyagam Yad Darsanam Dwaram Anam Sunam Iva. Translation: the Brahmana's son Shringi said, "Oh, just look at the sins of the rulers who, like crows and watchdogs at the door, perpetrate sins against their masters, contrary to the principles governing servants." Purport: the Brahmins are considered to be the head and brains of the social body. Kshatriyas are considered to be the arms of the social body. The arms are required to protect the body from all harm, but the arms must act according to the direction of the head and the brain. That is natural arrangement by the supreme order. For it is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita that 4 social orders or castes, namely Sudras, are set up according to quality and work done by them. Naturally, the son of a Brahmin has a good chance to become a Brahmin by the direction of his qualified father. As the son of a medical practitioner has a very good chance to become a qualified medical practitioner. So the caste system is quite scientific. The son must take advantage of the father's qualification and thus become a Brahmin or medical practitioner and not otherwise. Without being qualified, one cannot become a Brahmin or medical practitioner, and that is the verdict of all scriptures and social orders. Herein, Shringi, a qualified son of a great Brahmana, attained the required Brahminical power both by birth and by training, but he was lacking in culture because he was an inexperienced boy. By the influence of Kali, the son of a Brahmana became puffed up with Brahminical power and thus wrongly compared Maharaj Parikshit to crows and watchdogs. The king is certainly the watchdog of the state in the sense that he keeps vigilant eyes over the border of the state for its protection and defense. But to address him as a watchdog is the sign of a less cultured boy. Thus, the downfall of the Brahminical can't see anymore.
Parikshit got, where is it? You lost. No, stay down. Parikshit, stay down.
I got it now. Thus, the downfall. Thus, the downfall of the Brahminical powers began as they gave importance to birthright without culture. The downfall of the Brahmana caste began in the age of Kali. And since the Brahmins are the heads of the social order, all other orders of society have also began to deteriorate. This beginning of Brahminical deterioration was highly deplored by the father of Shringi, as we will find. Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesa Sunyavari Pasyatya Desatarine Vanchakalpa Tarubhischa Kripa Sindhu Pe Bacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaho Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So the ideal social system, which is called Varna and Ashrama. Varna is the social system. Ashram is the four orders of the spiritual system. This is the foundation of the practice of Krishna consciousness. When Brahminical culture is working according to its qualifications, then the rest of the society works nicely. The Kshatriyas take guidance from the Brahmins, how to rule. The Vaishyas are also giving direction by both the Brahmins and the Kshatriyas for producing food, keeping cows, which are the foundation of the social order in the quality of necessity for cultivating land and providing food, which is foundational or necessary for the living entities to live nicely. And the sutras, they simply do their service to the three other orders. When that system is working nicely, then the system of ashram becomes easily organized, and those who follow the social system can also easily follow the spiritual system. Social system is very important. Here we see an abrogation of the character of the Brahmin class. 12-year-old boy, son of a qualified Brahmin, has also been guided by that qualified Brahmin, but he's proud. It has also been referred to in other verses that he wanted to show his Brahminical power to his friends. So he took the opportunity to take a situation which really wasn't so serious and turned it into something as a major offense. Maharaj Parikshit was traveling. He stopped at the ashram of Shamak Rish. The Rish was in meditation and wasn't aware of the presence of Maharaj Parikshit. Maharaj Parikshit felt that he wasn't being properly welcomed. He was thirsty, he wanted some water. So what he did was quite unusual for his position and for his character, being a Vaishnava. He took a stick and picked up a dead snake that was laying nearby and put it around the Rishi's neck, saying, "Here's your garland." And then he left. So the Rishi wasn't even aware. You might say Maharaj Parikshit acted a little bit outside of his normal way, but it wasn't such a big offense But here, this 12-year-old boy, who now he has power also, because he's born in a Brahmin family, and he's been trained in Brahminical education, but not in Brahminical culture, as it's indicated here. And therefore, he didn't understand Maharishi's position as being a powerful Kshatriya, who is not only that, but a pure devotee of the Supreme Personality. He's a Rajarsi. So what Maharaj Pariksit did was wrong, but the reaction was way beyond the offense. And now he's cursed. His father is quite annoyed by when he learns about the facts leading up to the curse. And he's sorry to hear that. Maharaj Pariksit, as it's mentioned, was so powerful that he could have counteracted the curse if he wanted to. But he felt it was the arrangement of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A devotee of the Lord will accept reverses in life as the arrangement of the Lord for some higher purpose. And the higher purpose in this case was to bring Maharaj Pariksit back to the spiritual world. And second was to have Sukadev Goswami speak the Srimad Bhagavatam for the benefit of the entire world from time immemorial. But he wasn't aware of that. But he could understand this is the arrangement of the Lord. So by the arrangement of the Lord, sometimes things go opposite according to social, even spiritual conventions. But a devotee sees that there is some reasons for that. They try to understand the reason and work accordingly and accept it as an opportunity for making spiritual advancement. And Maharaj took it in that way. But here we find that this particular incident is a very historical, it's a very powerful point in the history of Varnashram culture, wherein the Brahmin caste no longer was able to lead the rest of the social orders. And so the downfall of the Brahminical society came with this particular incident. And what was that downfall? The Varnashram system became a caste system. Sometimes the word caste is used in different ways, but ultimately it means something that is not natural, but it looks natural. If you're born in a particular family, then you have that quality automatically. There is a consideration for birth, but ultimately, as the example is given, one cannot practice medicine unless they're trained to practice medicine, although they're born in a family of doctors. One cannot practice the Brahminical position unless they also have training. So it's not just jama, it's karma too. Janma is a benefit, but it's not complete unless the karma actually develops. So in our Krishna consciousness movement, Srila Prabhupada has been talking about this Varnashram system since the day he began preaching Krishna consciousness in the Western world. And he's been emphasizing that, of course, the caste system or the Varnashram system cannot be introduced in society because society is too topsy-turvy. There's no way to educate people and have an evaluation system based on that education, which is necessary in order to engage people after giving them the education. And the quality of this age is Kalo Sudra Sambhavan. is that everyone is born Sudra, but there is latent characteristics that are there when Swadharma remains hidden. And through the process of education and evaluation, then one that Swadharma becomes revealed. So Srila Prabhupada, for the first, you might say, 8 years of the ISKCON movement, pretty much rejected the whole idea. But then in 1974, when he saw that the devotees, and chanting Hare Krishna is so easy, why is everyone falling down? Many devotees were falling down after being engaged in devotional service. He said, because people are not engaged properly, and therefore we must set up this Daivi Vanashram. Daivi simply means spiritual in this case. And that is that creating a medical class based on education and practice, and using that ability to educate people accordingly. And that still has not been done to its, what we say, satisfactory degree within our Krishna consciousness movement. Although if you look, you'll see that people are engaged in various services in our movement. And some of them are actually working according to their nature, and many of them are just doing services because it's required by the society, by the temples, by the yatra. And a lot of times people find it difficult to maintain that service because they're not feeling, it's not natural to their swadharma. So Srila Prabhupada, and you can hear it on the morning walk conversation in March 14th, 1974 in Vrindavan, Prabhupada in detail discusses this whole Daivi Vanashram. And again in March 16th, 2 days later, he continues with the same thing. He said, now we have to introduce this Daivi Vanashram. That means those who are Brahminically inclined will work in that way and serve the Lord that way. Kshatriyas will serve the Lord according to their required swadharma or their duties. The Vaishyas and of course Sudras don't require training. They simply require to be connected to a good master so they can serve that master and make advancement that way. So this was Prabhupada's, as he said, my unfinished business before he disappeared in 1977. And it's quite significant that Prabhupada was struggling with ill health beginning pretty much in May of 1977, June, July, August, September. In September, his health started to pick up again. When Prabhupada said, I am going to Gitanagari, and I'm going to show you practically how to work the land. So he said this Vanashram can only be established in our farm communities. He made that a point clearly. And so he said, I will show you how to do it. Unfortunately, Prabhupada didn't make it to Gitanagari. He got sick when he stopped in London. He stayed there for a little while. His health dropped again, and he was forced to return to Vrindavan, India. But he was so determined, especially in the last year, 77, to help get this program underway of farm communities and Vanashram colleges, which means that to the Brahmins, in the collective sense, not that each Brahmin has to know all of the activities, but in the collective sense, all of the activities of the society should be known by the collective brahmanas, and they would teach the Kshatriyas, they would teach the Vaishyas how to perform their duties. And based on the education, there would be an evaluation system by which one can designate people according to their, what we say, developed qualities and characteristics. That was probably, and so it is not being done so much, but there is a loose sense of Varnashram now in our society. There are devotees who are working according to their nature and others who are not. The Prabhupada wanted the whole society to be trained, education, evaluation, and service ultimately. And that way he said, when the four orders are working together, there is complete peace within the society. He writes about that in the second canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. He describes that this is the foundation for peace, and without peace, no one can execute their duties properly. No one in the material world is peaceful, and because material energy doesn't allow that. But and people don't understand. They think that the success of one's occupation, so money becomes the focus. Money becomes the goal by which people govern their, they have money, they can make mistakes and cover their mistakes with money. So money has become the focus. Economic development, we call it economic development, but it's not. It's just greed for material success, ultimately gratification. But for our ISKCON society as the foundation for leading the world, the Prabhupada wanted ISKCON to be established in such a way as we could teach the rest of the world both how to live in a practical way, according to the system of Varna, and ultimately introduce people to the goal of life through the practice of Krishna consciousness, particularly through education based on Sri and employing people in chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Twofold practice, because without the social foundation, one's spiritual practice may also be somewhat disturbed as a pure devotee. Pure devotees can work in any situation, and they don't require any particular social arrangement. But not everyone is a pure devotee, and especially for those who live with family, who have responsibilities with their occupation and with family maintenance, they need a solid, stable foundation where they can fulfill all of their needs materially, and then they can be directed more and more towards spiritual practice. We see in our society what we have done. We have emphasized the spiritual. We have neglected the material foundation by which the spiritual stabilizes. That's why Prabhupada said in 1974, if chanting Hare Krishna is so easy, why have to Daivi Varnashram or spiritual Varnashram? Engaging people in services according to their nature. Now that was Prabhupada's long-range goal, and he spoke about that even before he began his movement, while he was still in India, all the way back in 1949. he wrote a paper called the Gita Concept, which is one to do simple living and education based on one's particular natures. And when that actually starts to manifest, then the whole world will gradually change to Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada said, it's not possible to make everyone Krishna conscious, but if we can make 10% of the people Krishna conscious in the world, then we have a foundation by which we can bring more and more people into it based on the principle of Varna. That means engaging people according to their occupation, because as the social environment starts to fragment, and is more, it will, because a society that is not based on spiritual characteristics cannot sustain itself. It will break down, and it's already breaking down. People are struggling simply to maintain. Those who had enough for everything years ago are finding even the basic things that they need are hard to get. And that will continue. And then, as Prabhupada talks about, there will be no rice, there will be no wheat, there will be no sugar, there will be no milk. As Kali Yuga progresses and people become more and more sinful. So in order to establish a spiritual practice, the social order should also be included within that plan. And this is Prabhupada's program. And that's the ideal social order. The Brahmins, they guide the rest of the Varnas, and the Kshatriyas, they manage and give protection against outside influences. The Vaishyas provide food, take care of cows, which are the backbone of the agricultural system. And they also do banking and commerce, trade. See, in an ideal system, paper money is not even considered. Even money, or what we say valuable coins, are even secondary when the ideal system is a barter system based on you produce something and I produce something else, and I have more than I need, and so I trade with you based on what you have, and then I get what I need through your work. And you get what I need, you need through my work. Analysis of how the four orders can work based on a system of trade and trading labor and trading goods like that. But there has to be the spiritual foundation to keep everything together. Therefore, as it's mentioned in this section, I think you passed it up in the 17th chapter, you have finished that human society requires three main features, which are the foundations for the whole execution of social and spiritual success. One is Brahminical culture, two is cow protection, cow care, three is worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These are the three foundations that make up society. So cows are a very integral part of human culture. They're not just machines to produce milk. They actually give auspiciousness. They're used in worship. They provide a certain ambience to the environment that makes everything peaceful and natural. When cows are taken care of naturally. And the bulls are also very important. They can plow the fields. The cows provide milk. They provide cow dung, which can be used for heating. So many things. The benefits of the cow is a long list. We're just mentioning a few. If you want to learn more about it, you read books by Bhakti Raghava Swami, who has dedicated his whole spiritual practice to developing Varnashram's Dharma. And he's written books and explained these things in detail. So everything is there. So what we see here is the downfall of the natural Brahminical culture when a unqualified son of a qualified Brahma uses his power unnecessarily to curse a pure devotee of the Lord. And because of that, the whole Brahminical culture actually started to gravitate down. As mentioned in this thing, this was the beginning of Brahminical degradation. So, and here it says that he's speaking, he's calling Maharaj Parikshit, comparing them to crows and watchdogs. It's quite of an offensive statement. The Kshatriyas also act as watchdogs. They guard against outside enemies in that sense. But to say that they were sinful and to compare them to crows or even watchdogs is an exaggeration of the activity that supposedly was considered to be a wrong activity. So Shringi, he's only 12, but he's powerful because he's practiced in Brahmatejas. He knows Brahmatejas, but he doesn't know Brahminical culture and proper offense, or that curse upon Maharaj Parikshit. Okay, so we'll stop there.
Thank you so much, Marge, for such a really deep class of very, very good points, and would definitely request devotees, if you have any questions, clarification, please do raise your hand. I would request Parikshit to stop sharing, and we will open up for questions. Please do raise your hand so I can call you in the order. And if you are able to, please do show your video so that we can see each other and have each other's association, and and have a personal association. Marge, I will start off, and I hope I heard the question, your comment correctly in the class, Marge. And I was just wondering, where's my questions? Okay, Marge, why is it not natural for one to execute service in their swadharma? I mean, if that is their guna and their quality, then why is it not natural?
Because in this age, we require training. Kalona Sudra Sambhavam, people are not born according to their Swadharma nature. It's covered. And therefore, the whole process of education is meant to uncover that Swadharma. Therefore, in providing that education, Srila Prabhupada wanted to start what is called Varnashram College, which was a series of educations given by the Brahminic Brahmins in our society. Yeah, because people don't know their actual Swadharma. It's covered. This is Kali Yuga.
And Marge, that is also why Prabhupada says that ISKCON is actually an educational institution. Because I think sometimes, there's this mood that it puts out that it's only a deity worship institution, but it's actually an educational institution.
He's also made that statement many times. He said our temples are meant for education, not simply for deity worship. Deity worship is to attract people and also give them an opportunity to worship the Supreme Lord. But the real business is education. That's why you can find many statements in this regard. And Prabhupada said we should be, throughout the whole day, we should have classes on Krishna conscious philosophy and practice. And in the evening, we should have 3 hours of kirtan. So that's in the scriptures. And he's also emphasized that through his lectures. He didn't just Bhagavatam in the morning, Bhagavad Gita in the evening was his standard for starting it, but he wanted the devotees to be trained and educated so they could also present the philosophy at any time, in any place, and educate both society and people in general. So people could come to our temples and they could take part in hearing the different presentations, classes on different topics that would go on throughout the whole day. That was Prabhupada's vision. Didi Roshan would be going on, but there is two tracks. There is Pancharakshara Vidhi, which is Didi worship, and there's Bhagavad Vidhi, which is hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord and engaging in practical devotion. So Pancharakshara Vidhi is really a supportive for Bhagavad Vidhi, but it is not the goal. We have to hear and chant the glories of the Lord, otherwise we're not in Krishna consciousness.
So Marge, so Didi worship, sorry.
One other point was in the previous age, in the Dwapara Yuga, Didi worship was the Yuga Dharma, and people were qualified. And the system of Didi worship is nothing like we have now. Prabhupada said, I've only given you 20% of the actual system. He said, if I gave you the whole system, you wouldn't be able to do it. It's very precise, very exact, and one cannot make any mistakes in it either.
And Marge, even with the
And,
Marge, I was going to say, even with the percent, we
in
struggle.
this age, what is the Yuga Dharma? It's chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra.
Thank you, Marge. That was yeah, what I was saying is even with the 20%, we are struggling. Forget the
You're
80%.
breaking up now.
Can you hear me, Marge? Am I clear now?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it?
Somehow I think, Marge, your the Wi-Fi
Manda Sumanda Bhattiyo Manda Bhagyapada.
Thank you, Marge. Somehow the Wi-Fi.
Prayesa al Prayesa Sabda Kalon Yuga Jasmin Janaha Manda. So in this verse, it says that in Kali Yuga, people are slow, lazy, misguided, unlucky, and always disturbed. This is the character description of people in this age.
Marge, what's that verse again, Marge?
Everyone is always fraught with anxiety. That's therefore who can perform Srimad Bhagavatam first canto, verse number 10.
Marge, I missed the chapter because your Wi-Fi was going in and out. Can you say it again, Marge, please?
Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, verse number 10.
Okay. Thank you, Marge. Thank you. Raj Prabhu, I
Bring
think
it up, you'll find some.
thank you, Marge. Somehow, Marge, your Wi-Fi on your end is choppy and it's going in and out. That's why I kept asking you. I apologize, Marge. Raj,
Srimad Bhagavatam, sorry.
Srimad
Srimad
Bhagavatam, Canto 1,
1,
Is it okay?
1:10.
okay.
Raj Prabhu, I think you had
Yeah,
your
can
hand
you
up,
hear
Prabhu.
me now? Is it
Yeah,
clear?
Marge, we can hear you, but it just gets choppy every now and then, and that's the concern. Yeah.
I'm at a new
think-
place. I just came to this place today.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming.
Oops, not going to do this nonsense.
Marge, I don't know if by turning off your camera, will it be better? I don't know.
One.
This, okay, how's that?
Oh my God, yeah, that actually did help. Yes, yes. Thank you, Marge. Raj Prabhu, I think you had your question up. I mean, your hand up, Prabhu.
Yes. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances to all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you, Maharaj. I wanted to ask, if we wanted to engage every devotee into the most appropriate services according to their dharma, according to their nature, then is there a process to identify each devotees Swadharma, and is there a process to categorize each of the temple services so that they could be easily matched?
Yeah. I explained that. I said Prabhupada wanted to set up the Varnashram college.
So we need a college before we can do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you listen to that lecture by Srila Prabhupada, March 14th, 1974, everything is explained there. Morning walk, Vrindavan, March 14th, 1974.
Hey, Maharaj.
Yeah. I mentioned that the Brahmins as a collective program would be versed in all of the activities of all the Varnas, and they would be the teachers.
Mm, 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 mm. Thank you, Marge. Any questions from devotees? Any?
Am I still choppy?
When you
Is it
turn your
still
camera,
choppy?
Marge, when you turn your camera off, it's clearer. It's a little bit of choppiness, but not as bad as when your camera is on.
There's two websites here, or two internet sites. If I go to the other internet site, I might be able to
Okay. Would you like to try that, Marge?
get a clarification on everything.
Okay.
It'll take a few minutes.
That's fine, Marge. We can hang in there. We really want to hear you as clear as possible, Marge.
Did I do it?
Yes, Marge, please.
Yeah.
We will eagerly play
I'll
some
be-
bhajans while waiting for you.
Back in about 2 minutes.
No problem, Marge. If Prikshit can play some bhajans while we can do something, while we can chant or something, but I really want to
Okay.
hear this.
Sure.
That would be really nice.
All right. Let me get on here. Oops. And pull YouTube.
It's such a deep topic that every word is like nectar, and we just gotta, I don't want to miss it. The choppiness is causing it's interrupting. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Again?
Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to go here to check it out.
I swear I saw Maharaj. I swear I saw Maharaj. I definitely was not imagining things this time, for sure.
You're on, your mic is on.
Yeah, I'm talking to myself, unfortunately. No, I said I saw Maharaj joining.
Yeah, I know, that's why I got off.
Oh, we'll wait again.
That's all right. Stop. YouTube is also recording, so
Haribol. Wait, he's here.
he's here.
I just admitted Maharaj, so let us see. I think it's a connection issue. Wherever he's at. We'll patiently wait.
Well,
Haribol Maharaj.
is any better?
Marsh, let's try turning your camera on and then see what happens.
Well,
Haribol
There you go. We can hear you.
how about come to the room.
Yes, yes, I'm coming. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get on that other site. I don't know. Can you hear me? No?
Yeah, so far you
Yes.
seem good, Maharaj.
Okay. Let's continue.
Yeah, we'll just continue. Thank you, Marge. I think someone had a question and I don't remember who it was.
Raj.
Raj, yes, Raj Prabhu had a question. That's right. Raj Prabhu, was your question answered, Prabhu? I didn't want to miss you. If you had a question, that is.
I believe my question was answered.
It was. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Marge. Thank you, Raj Prabhu. Thank you. Any other questions from devotees, please do raise your hand and ask your question if you have any questions, any doubts. Marge, another question I had was, Prabhupada started off the purport by saying that the Brahmanas are the brain and the body of the society. Did he say the brain and something? But I remember seeing the word brain there. And the head and the brain.
The head and the brain. Yeah.
The head and the brain of the social body. And we know that now Kali Yuga, we may not have that qualified brahmanas, and whoever we have, whatever we have, lack of a better word, I think we have been addressed as Kali Yuga brahmanas. So what is the so being quote unquote, Maharaj, Kali Yuga Brahmanas, how can we be the example to be the head and the brain of the society?
Why do you call yourself Kali Yuga Brahman? Brahmins are Brahmins. You're either a Brahmin or you're not. It's not like
well, Maharaj, you were saying, like, this is like 5,000 years ago, the Brahmanas did so much tapasyas and, they're so elevated and, they had so many powers. And at least I know I don't have a drop of that.
well, look at our movement. We're spreading Krishna consciousness around the world by spreading Brahminical culture. The worship system is the chanting of the holy name. Our books, if we read and study Srimad Bhagavatam and understand it, we can also come up to the standard of practicing of a practicing Brahmin.
And how can we do more, Maharaj?
Prabhupada is giving Brahminical initiation.
And Marge, how can we do more? How can we do more? And if
Well,
how can we do more?
what is Brahman? There's 6 characteristics that make up Brahminical activity. Patan, patan, yajan, yajan, dana, pratigraha. To know the scriptures, to teach the scriptures, to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and to teach worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, to give in charity and to receive charitable gifts. These are the 6 activities of the Brahmanas. Along with that, there are the characteristics and qualities that make up character. We check ourselves based on these qualities. And so, what is it? Samo, Hama, equipoised, simple, peaceful, tolerant, clean, truthful, knows the scriptures, Jnana Vijnana, knows the scriptures, can teach the scriptures, and is engaged in devotional service. These are the qualities of the Brahmins. 1842 in Bhagavad Gita lists the 9 characteristics, and in the Sanat Sanjita, 3 more added. There's 12 in that one, 12 characteristics of a Brahmin. So you test, do I have these qualities? Am I exhibiting these qualities? So everything is known by quality. Just because you attain a position of Brahminical initiation doesn't mean you have developed the qualities. Our system of initiation is based on having the qualities before receiving initiation. We haven't followed that, and we've given Brahminical initiation just surreptitiously because people have been in the movement so many years, or if we need someone to do Brahminical services, we see someone and then we give them that position, but that doesn't mean they're qualified. Qualified means you have to exhibit these qualities both in character and in action also. There are many devotees in our movement who are gurus who are very strong and not giving second initiation because devotees haven't come up to that stage. First initiation is preliminary, and it guides you, connects you with the spiritual master. But Brahminical initiation is the real initiation. It's called Upanaya Samskara. It's one of the samskaras that is required. And that's receiving the sacred thread, which is the mantra of the Guru, chanting the Gayatri mantra. So just because we have a thread doesn't mean we're Brahmin. You have to be engaged in Brahminical activity and you have to be exhibiting the cause. So whether it's Kali Yuga or any other Yuga, these qualities are required.
Thank you, Marge. That was really strong points. Thank you. I really made note. And Marge, you said that you mentioned the 6 attributes of the Brahmana, but I think you said 3 more or 4 more was in another book. Marge, what's that book called?
Sanat Sujata. It's mentioned in the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam in one purport. Prabhupada lists the 12 qualities of a Brahmana. It's in the Bhagavatam. It's somewhere in this 7th canto. I think it's chapter number 9 or 10 or something.
Okay.
There's a footnote that indicates these 12, which are 4 additional qualities.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
Krishna only mentioned 3 additional qualities. Krishna mentions only 9 in the Gita.
And that's in 1842, right, Maharaj, you said?
That's
Yeah.
what was
Okay.
listed by Krishna.
Okay. Thank you, Maharaj. Any questions from devotees? This is a very nice topic. It's nice to.
I have the reference for.
Oh, okay, Maharaj. Oops, did we lose him, Maharaj, again? It froze. Uh-oh.
If you want to know the other qualities, I can give me a minute. I'll find them.
Yes, Maharaj, thank you.
Back. I'm still with you.
Yes, Maharaj, it's just that it's choppy.
Let's see.
Oops. We lost Maharaj. We will have to wait. And we shall
It's
wait.
one of those days.
One of those days where we patiently have to wait for nectar. I think Krishna is teaching us what it means to wait for nectar, and we have to patiently tolerate and wait with for nectar. And when it comes, just grab it. Wait, Maharaj is back.
Yeah.
Perfect. Wait.
Oh, yeah, Brahminical. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, wait a minute, I'll find it. Can you hear me?
Maharaj, we can hear you. So far so good. It's a little bit muffled, but we can, but it's coming through, so that's good.
Hey, Bo?
Yes, Maharaj. Can you hear us, Maharaj? Haribol Maharaj? Uh-oh.
Picture is frozen.
Yeah, I know. His picture is frozen. The video, yeah.
I don't know whether going to gallery will help matters. but I guess
Okay,
Tuesday.
Wait. That's Maharaj. Oops.
how about now? Howdy, Bo, can you hear me?
Yes, Maharaj. Yes, Maharaj.
Okay. 7 and chapter verse 7, 9, 10.
7, 9, 10. Okay. Made the note. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 9, Verse 10. That's what it is. Okay. Thank you, Maharaj. Any other questions from devotees on this really amazing point?
None. I wasn't able to. You don't have to stop all of this. Go ahead, but don't lose this dimension here.
7, 9, 10.
That's what Maharaj said, yes.
Okay, I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah. Any questions from devotees? Anything? I know we've had, issues with hearing Maharaj, but I'm hoping that there'll be some questions, some realizations, or even some, clarification if there's any. So please do raise your hands. Yes, Bhikkhu Prabhu, please go ahead, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. I think today we are suffering from the voice picture issue. I hope I can convey my message. Technology for me is good when it works. Dandavat pranams and my humble obeisances. Maharaj, can you hear me? Seems no reply.
Okay.
Hello, Hare Krishna.
Haribol, can you hear me now?
Yes,
I can hear you. Can you hear me, Maharaj?
Yeah, we got on the right site. We got off the other site. Now we're on the right one. So everything
You're-
should be good now.
you're pretty clear now. That's wonderful.
Yeah, we have two sites. One site is not so good. Okay.
Well,
Now
this-
even Anusuya is not frozen.
I think that's bad, Maharaj. If I'm, I should be frozen, right?
Don't freeze, please.
I'm happy that you're not frozen because we want to hear you so bad. So, Bhikkhu Prabhu, please go ahead.
Okay, Hare Krishna, my humble obeisances, Dandavat Pranam, Maharaj. The question that, or something that puzzles me, the four varna. In a family, it's very difficult. Now, if I take my family, what varna is applicable in the sense Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Yasudra. Now, children can take different professions. Someone could go for being a doctor, another dentist. I think this system was there, it worked, but in the modern age, it's difficult to know which varna am I in. Now, if I look back at our grandparents, we were shoemakers, but no longer we are doing that profession. So it's like change from Sudra into Krishna consciousness and Vaishnava qualities. So I don't know which varna will apply.
In your case, I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay.
Just chant Hare Krishna. You might say, it's not important for you to engage in certain services. As long as you do some kind of service, you're okay. But for new people who are training and need activity throughout the day, and otherwise they'll fall into Maya, then that training is required. For you can just read books, chant the holy name, take care of people that you're responsible to take care of, and go to the temple, see the deity, give a donation to support Krishna consciousness. All these things you can do nicely.
Thank you, Maharaj. Your blessings needed.
That was a nice question, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Any other questions from devotees? Please do ask, do raise your hand. Very, very nice point that was mentioned by Maharaj in this class. And now we got Maharaj on the right internet track. So we can hear everything that Maharaj is going to tell us. Yes,
you done?
Ulprish. Yes, Maharaj.
No, go ahead, Silpesh.
Yes, Silpesh Prabhu. Go ahead, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. The answer you just gave, Bhikkhu Prabhu, does that apply to most of us who aren't like in ashram? We're more Vyastas.
Well, you should do some service. But what are you inclined to do? You can choose. You can go to the temple and see if you can find some service to do. There's always things to do, especially Bhaktivedanta Manor. They have so many programs going on. Most of the programs go on by the congregation anyway. What do you like to do?
I'm serving on a devotee care committee at the manor,
No, okay, there you go.
the Jainitai Prabhu. And I host the Gujarati language sangha as well. I started that for people, to have sanghas in Gujarati.
Well, read the books so you can understand how to guide people philosophically also.
Yes, Maharaj.
Mhm. Study the books. Mhm.
That's a nice service, devotee care, Prabhu. Really nice. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Did you want to go to that verse 7, 9, 10?
Yes, Marge, I'm going to have Prakshit pull that up.
Yeah, I'll try to do that.
7, 9, 10.
Yeah, I'll go on here first. And hold that.
Yeah, I was going to check on that verse after, but yes, thank you.
Seven
And,
canto.
Seventh canto, chapter 9, verse 10.
A person is known by his qualities and his character, not by his position or by his birth.
Okay, now you come back to Zoom. Share. Okay.
Okay, you found it.
Okay. You see there, you see the second one in the synonyms, it says Dvisat Guna Yuyat, quality,
All right.
the 12 Brahminical qualities. Go to, let me see, here, it says 12 qualities.
Marge, do you want him to go down to the purport, Maharaj?
It says they are stated in the book Sanat Sujata.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to go, it's actually a what do you call it? It's an asterisk at the end of the page, okay? You passed it up. You passed it up. Mhm.
Stop. It's right there. Sanat Sujata.
Yeah, but yeah, you're not reading the qualities. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, go up the page a little. There you go. You missed it again.
A little bit down. Stop. Do you see it?
Oh,
There it is.
Jnana cha satya cha dharma srutam cha. These are the qualities here. Yajas cha dana cha drishti samasya mahagrata dvadusa brahmanasya. These are the qualities. Or as follows. Go down, you'll read the translation.
is that there? I don't see the translation now. It went straight to European and
The
American.
purport.
It's an asterisk and it's given as a
Like
you
a
have to-
footnote?
You have to go to the page in the book to see it.
So
Oh.
it's not here then.
Yeah, I think if you go to the actual Veda base, you know, the one that the other one, I think it has the asterisk more that if you click on it, you should probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the regular database then.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but I'm going to check. But yeah, I know what Marge is trying to say. Sometimes if it's an aspect, if you click on when it's hyperlink and you click on it, it'll take you to that book. That's what it is.
You go up the page and you'll get it.
So
Go
What
up
should
the
I-
page, you'll get it.
okay. No, but I opened database. Let me just get off.
No, just
Okay.
go up the page, keep going up. Till you get to the translation again.
Ah, I know what. So yes, so if you keep going up, go all the way to the top. And if you go to now stop right there, put your
Yeah.
cursor on Dvitsat Guna Yutwad. Put your
Yeah.
cursor on that. Okay.
Yeah.
Put it on the hyperlink. No. Put your cursor on the hyperlink of Dvitsat Guna Yutat.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Okay.
Click it,
I'm
click it.
Uh-huh. Well, now it just says, okay, it's, all right, this is interesting. Let me go back. But see, I can't get all four of them at one go because it's defining just one at a time.
Okay,
You see, if it goes sat, it will define sat.
I
Click-
see.
Okay, unless,
Click
I'll
on the-
try one thing.
Click on the asterisk, Right there, yeah. Click.
It's not a hyperlink.
Mhm.
It's not changing that. This is not underlining it. I could just click on it, but nothing
Yeah.
happens with the asterisk.
Mhm.
Maharaj, you know what, Maharaj? I found it on Madhya Leela 2059. All the
Okay.
12 qualities.
Majalila,
Yep. Madhya Leela 2059. The 12 qualities for a Brahmana. 12 qualifications. Is that it, Maharaj?
Yep,
Yep. Okay. So go to Madhya Leela 2059. Go all the way down. Yep. There we go. Is that it, Maharaj?
that's it.
Okay. Thank you, Krishna. And if you go down to the verse, it's actually listed there. I just read it just now.
There
There
it is,
it is.
right there.
Yep.
A Brahmin must be perfect, peaceful, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom, religious. This is what's in the 1852. But here says he must severe austerities, detached, humble, tolerant, not, oops, where you going? You just lost it.
no, oh, I could see it still though. It's further down.
Yeah. Mental
Further up.
Mental
equilibrium.
equilibrium, sense control, austerity.
No, you have to go up, not down.
Okay, go up.
No, the other way. I was just reading it and then you moved it.
Okay, yeah, just right.
Can
Yeah,
you see now?
Stop. Yes, stop right there.
The Brahmin must be truthful, control the senses, severe austerities, detached, humble, tolerant, not envious, perfect in performing sacrifices, giving in charity, fixed in devotional service, expert in knowledge. These are the 12 qualifications for a Brahmana. Mhm.
Hmm.
Perfectly religious, truthful. Mhm.
Can
And
you
then-
guys see it?
And Krishna mentions the 9 qualities in 42. Peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom, and religiousness. These are only 9. And this other one is 12.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. Yep. Madhilila 2059.
So you'll see the three different ones. One is not envious of anyone, expert in performing sacrifices, and giving whatever he has in charity.
So we have another verse. Thank you, Marge. Very good points. I just made a note of that. I want to go back and read it. So powerful. Thank you. Any other questions from devotees? Anything that's coming to your mind, any clarification or takeaway, please do unmute yourself, or you can raise your hand. That way I don't miss anyone. Sometimes I tend to miss catching if there are more than one hands coming up. Marge, there is I just forgot to read this message in the quote. If you remember, Maharaj, when you were in Harrisburg, there was one devotee who was your driver. If you remember him, yeah, he got initiated in Vrindavan, and his new name, and he just put a note that his new name is Sarvanga Sundar Damodar Das.
Okay.
And he's asking for your blessings, Maharaj. He says that I will try to develop some Brahman qualities before going for Brahman initiation. And he wants your blessings, Maharaj. That's what his message is here. I don't see any other quote by devotees, just the verses, and I hope devotees have caught the verses. If there are no questions, Maharaj, would you like to end with a round of chanting?
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama. Stop the screen sharing. Hare Rama Rama.
Yes, Maharaj. I'm going to have Parikshit stop the screen sharing.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama bring some maha too for Hari. Yes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Sarvanga Sundara Damodar, why don't you turn on your camera so I can remember who you are? Yeah, take blessings while you're getting high. You're hiding behind.
That's a very good point, Maharaj. Sarvanga, turn on your camera for a quick minute.
Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Can't see you. You're still hiding. Hare Krishna. Oh, there you are. Okay. All right. Your smile is very nice. I don't know why you're hiding. You're not supposed to hide in Krishna consciousness. You can't hide. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, I'm in office, so like I cannot keep it on all the time. I just came in the conference room to take your blessings.
I like to hide too, but they won't let me, so you can't hide either. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna. Okay, congratulations. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Vrindavan Dham ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Maharaj.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, yes, that's it. Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama Rama Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Rama Rama Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama Rama Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna Oh, Krishna. I traveled all the way from Govardhan Echo Village to Mumbai, stayed there for a few hours. Now I'm in Radha Gopinath Temple. Hare Krishna. So if I'm yawning, it's just because that's the way it is.
It's okay, Maharaj. We know how you travel more than any one of us do, Maharaj. I know you're tired.
Not tired, I just can't see, that's all.
Oh, because of the change of times and the time zones, probably. Same tone.
I got up at 2:30 this morning and I've been going since 2:30.
Oh, Hare Krishna.
Anyway, as it says, all things must end. What's bad gets better, what's good gets worse. You know the story?
No, Marge, I don't know the story.
One king, he had everything. And he was, you know, powerful king, undisputed. Everything about his life was perfect from the material point of view, plus wonderful king. So he's bored though. So he says to his ministers, he calls them over. He says, I want something that when I feel happy, it will make me feel unhappy. And when I feel unhappy, it'll make me feel happy. So his ministers were really confused. Well, one of the ministers was a little intelligent. And he said, tomorrow, King, I'll have it for you. So the next day he came back and he had a ring. He gave the ring to the king and he said, on the ring, there's an inscription with 4 words. And when you feel unhappy, you read it and it'll make you happy. And when you feel happy, you read this, it'll make you unhappy. So he gave him the ring, and on the ring, and it was 4 words, this soon will end.
I remember the 4 words, Marge, but I didn't know that it was linked to the story. Okay.
The time factor changes everything.
This too shall pass.
Yes, these two shall pass.
For one who engages in worshiping the all supreme personality of Godhead, then the time factor pushes them closer to eternal life. One who hears and chants the glories of the Lord. Go to the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 3, verse 17.
2:3:17.
Okay.
And share the screen.
Parikshit, I think you're in your wrong Varna there.
Two,
This is your word.
three,
Yes, Mara.
17. Zoom, share.
Let me see if you can read the verse.
Okay. Both by rising and by setting, the sun decreases the duration of life of everyone, except one who utilizes the time by discussing topics of the all-good personality of Godhead.
Purport.
Purport. This verse indirectly confirms the greater importance of utilizing the human form of life to realize our lost relationship with the Supreme Lord by acceleration of devotional service. Time and tide wait for no man. So the time indicated by the sunrise and the sunset will be uselessly wasted if such time is not properly utilized for realizing identification of spiritual values. Even a fraction of the duration of time wasted cannot be compensated by any amount of gold. Human life is simply awarded to a living entity, Jiva, so that he can realize his spiritual identity and his permanent source of happiness. A living being, especially the human being, is seeking happiness because happiness is the natural situation of the living entity. But he is vainly seeking happiness in the material atmosphere. The living being is constitutionally a spiritual spark of the complete whole, and his happiness can be perfectly perceived in spiritual activities. The Lord is the complete spirit whole, and his name, form, qualities, pastimes, entourage, and personality are all identical with him. Once a person comes into contact with any of the above-mentioned energies of the Lord through the proper channel of devotional service, the door to perfection is immediately opened. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text 40, the Lord has explained such contact in the following words, quote, endeavors in devotional service are never baffled, nor is there failure. A slight beginning of such activities is sufficient even to deliver a person from the great ocean of material fears, close quote. As a highly potent drug injected intravenously acts at once on the whole body, the transcendental topics of the Lord injected through the ear by the pure devotee of the Lord can act very efficiently. Oral realization of the transcendental messages implies total realization, just as fructification of one part of a tree implies fructification of all other parts. This realization for a moment in the association of pure devotees like Shukadev Goswami prepares one's complete life for eternity. And thus the sun fails to rob the pure devotee of his duration of life, inasmuch as he is constantly busy in the devotional service of the Lord, purifying his existence. Death is a symptom of the material infection of the eternal living being. Only due to material infection is the eternal living entity subjected to the law of birth, death, old age, and disease. The materialistic way of pious activities, like charity, is recommended in the Smriti Shastras as quoted by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Money given in charity to a suitable person is guaranteed bank balance in the next life. Such charity is recommended to be given to a Brahmana. If the money is given in charity to a non-Brahmana without Brahminical qualification, the money is returned in the next life in the same proportion. If it is given in charity to a half-educated Brahmana, even then the money is returned double. If the money is given in charity to a learned and fully qualified Brahmana, the money is returned 100 and 1,000 times. And if the money is given to a Veda Paraga, one who has factually realized the path of the Vedas, it is returned by unlimited multiplication. The ultimate end of Vedic knowledge is realization of the personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Vedasya sarvam aham eva vedya. There is a guarantee of monies being returned if given in charity, regardless of the proportion. Similarly, a moment passed in the association of a pure devotee by hearing and chanting the transcendental messages of the Lord is a perfect guarantee for eternal life, for returning home back to Godhead. Madhama gatva punajanma na vidyate. In other words, a devotee of the Lord is guaranteed eternal life. A devotee's old age or disease in the present life is but an impetus to such guaranteed eternal life. Hare Krishna.
Pretty powerful statement, huh?
Every bit of it.
Every beauty, yeah, Maharaj, very powerful.
Yeah. I have Prabhupada's giving the explanation on that particular verse. If you just wait about a few minutes, I'll bring it up and then you can hear Prabhupada speaking about it. It's really worth hearing.
Yes, Maharaj, please.
But the point in this particular verse is that the sun becomes the enemy of the living entity because it takes away one's duration of life. But that is only for those who live only for the activities of the material world. Those who hear about the topics of the all-good personality of Godhead are actually building their consciousness for eternal life. Therefore, when they leave the body, they're not dying, they're going on to eternal life. So there's no death for just like they are not dying, but they're actually just transversing to another place. And this will be the last time they have to accept a material body. So as Srila Prabhupada would mention many times, this movement is meant to give one eternal life. And eternal life is actually our birthright because we don't die. And death is simply due to the material body. And one who lives for the material body dies. But one who lives to glorify the Lord and serve the Lord will actually is building their consciousness towards eternal life. And then when that one becomes at the end of life, then tattva deham purna janmani maiti me ekisojuna. So there's no such thing as death for a devotee. Death is for the non-devotees because they live for the body. A devotee lives to serve the Lord. And what they do in this level will simply be transferred to a higher level in an eternal atmosphere of knowledge and bliss. I'm pulling up Prabhupada's statement. You can hear it in a minute. I'll let you hear Srila Prabhupada comment on this particular verse. It's really interesting. It's worth hearing.
There is a guarantee of money for the proportion. Similarly,
So we have to make time because it's the most important thing to hear and chant the glories of the Lord. If we get so much absorbed, if we get so much absorbed in material life and don't have time for spiritual life, I'm getting such statements from people. Oh, I got so many material problems. I have to work on them. And if I don't work on them, how am I going to do anything in this? You ready?
Sunrise and sunset means decreasing our life. It is very nice example. The sun's business is to take away a portion of your span of life. That is business.
Can you hear me? You hear it?
But
Yes,
it cannot
Maharaj.
take away
Very
Yes.
clearly.
portion of the life of devotee. Because a devotee is going to lead. This Krishna consciousness movement is to give a living entity a permanent span of life.
Okay.
Uttama shloka bhataya. Uttama shloka is Krishna. Uttama shloke. Bhakti bhavati naisthiki uttama shloka. Bhagavati uttama shloki. That place it is there. Tada nasta prayesu avadreshu. Nasta prayesu avadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. Nityam, just like we are holding class daily, nityam, regular. Nityam means regularly, daily, always. So, nityam bhagavata sevaya. The beginning, just like when a man is infected with a disease, he is subjected to death. Crude example. So when a man falls disease, the physician tries to get him relieved from that infection. So our material body is an infection. Actually, we spiritual soul, we have no death. It is due to this infection. In this infection is called dirty things. Actually, it is dirt. Dust thou art, dust thou be. That's a fact. Because as soon as I, this soul, will leave this body, it will be immediately decomposed, and after a few days, it will be dust. So actually, it is dirt. So we have to cleanse this dark from my real identity, spiritual identity. This is the process. And this cleansing process is very nicely done simply by hearing the message of Uttama Sloka or Krishna.
I'm going to try to pull it up.
Scratch it with some machine, it will be automatically cleansed. It will simply give oral reception to the message of the Uttama Sloka, which is, in other words, it is called Krishna Katha. The Krishna Katha means words of Krishna. Katha means words. And Krishna, you understand. The Krishna Katha, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna personally giving you words of instruction. So, if we simply read Bhagavad Gita, then the sun cannot take away my duration of life. How? What is the proof? The proof is the Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says, Janma karma me deepam jo janati tattatam. Anyone who understands about my birth and appearance, Lord does not take birth. Ajo. Ajo means who never takes birth, never exists. Ajo bhisan abhayatma, bhutanam isharo bhisan sammami jugi. So, Ajo, one who does not take birth, but still we see the Krishna is taking birth. We are observing the birth anniversary of Lord Krishna. So therefore, what is the mystery? He does not take birth, still we are observing the birth anniversary of Krishna, Janmashtami. So this is to be understood, tattva, in truth. Jo janati tattva. Krishna says, Veda says that Nada Sakarjam Karanancha Vidyate. The Supreme Lord, God, has nothing to do. Why is it? So, and again we see that Krishna, since the day of his appearance at his maternal uncle's prison,
Very well.
still is going back.
Okay, I want to stop there.
Yes, Marge, that was really powerful.
Yeah. So Prabhupada goes on, tells that this body's made out of plastic. So why should we worry about a plastic body? It's just plastic.
Plastic body.
Yeah, in the later part of that lecture, he says that there was one of his disciples was saying that they made a tree that out of plastic and it looks just like a real tree. So Prabhupada said, very good example. Yeah, the tree is not plastic, but they can make a plastic tree. So our real body is our spiritual body. So we got this plastic body.
Oh my goodness, a plastic tree. That looks like a real tree. Amazing.
Yeah, so it's fake. This body we got is fake.
Fake. Yes.
A real body is our spiritual body. But he said it's dirty like a disease. We have to cleanse the disease, actually. So the hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord, Krishna Katha, is the actual remedy. But he says, Prabhupada goes on to emphasize that this should be done continuously, not just occasionally whenever we have time. That's the point.
Yes, Marge, it should be a continuous program, not
Right.
once a month. Yes. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that lecture, Marge, and I hope devotees, if you, you can get that transcription from prabhupadvani.org, and it's 2, 3, 17.
That's
Really
right.
powerful verse. It really sums up everything.
Yeah, it's so nice to hear Prabhupada's voice and read the transcription. It's really, really powerful. So I encourage devotees to do that. And if there are no more questions, much, I don't know whether we finished the round because we got
We did not. But
We did something, but I think I need to depart because there's.
Yes, Marge, no problem, Marge. Marge, thank you so much for a wonderful class, and we thank all the devotees for joining us. Vanchakaptabhyascha, Kripasindubevacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Holiness Chandramauli Swami ki jai.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
I'm gonna
Hare
disappear.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Oh,
Hare
glory.
Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, we'll see you again soon.
Yes, Maharaj. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Guru Maharaj, how long are you there in Mumbai?
Tomorrow morning I go to Nasik.
And then in India?
Then I go to Mayapur on the 19th.
Okay.
I'm in
Will you be
Mayapur.
there in January?
I'll be in Mayapur up until the 5th. The 5th I go to Ujjain.
Mhm.
And the 16th I come to Delhi, and the 19th I come to London.
Okay. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Might see you in India.
Oh, okay, good. And the 25th I go to Radhadesh Mellows.
Hari Bol.
Hare Bol. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Here you go.
Hare Hare.
Prabhupada said, don't make plans.
I know.
And you just told us all your plans, Marge. We're gonna follow you.
Turn to Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 9th chapter, verse 27.
1927.
Purport.
Okay.
Go to 1927. The
Yeah, I
purpose.
heard. I heard.
Bhagavatam, so much knowledge in Bhagavatam. It's just unbelievable. Any question you have, even the ones you don't have, everything. Bhagavatam. Just read Bhagavatam all the time. It's just so satisfying, so full of knowledge. It's amazing statements. It's just absorbs your consciousness in a very wonderful way. You get lost in time when you read Bhagavatam.
Go to the purport, Maharaj says.
You go down.
Keep going down.
The long one.
Oh, okay. Tell me when.
Keep going down, Maharaj says.
Well, let's see what.
That's the end.
Wait, just stop and Marge will find it. And then he'll tell us.
Yeah. Yeah, go up the page a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. As far as salvation, one has to conquer the principle. To get freedom from anger, one should learn to forgive, to get free from unlawful desires. One should not make plans. There you go. To get free from a spiritual culture, one is able to conquer sleep. By tolerance, one can conquer desire and greed. Disturbances of various diseases can be avoided by regulated diets. By self-control, one can be free from false hopes. And money can be saved by avoiding undesirable association. The practice of yoga, one can control hunger, and worldliness can be avoided by culturing the knowledge of impermanence. Dizziness can be conquered by rising up, and false arguments can be conquered by factual ascertainment. Talkativeness can be avoided by gravity and silence, and by prowess one can avoid fearfulness. Perfect knowledge can be attained by self-cultivation. So everything you want to know is in Bhagavad Gita. One must be,
Wow.
yeah, so all of these bad qualities, there's always so much. This whole purport is full. That's just one particular paragraph.
Amazing, Marge. Thank you so much for sharing this before you go to your, this is like power packed, completely power packed. Thank you so much, Marge.
Did you see that?
Yeah, they said more
Uh-oh.
powerful than men, because women can conquer men. There's an old saying, it says, a man chases a woman until she catches him.
I didn't hear that. This is the first time I'm hearing it.
That's nice. A man chases a woman until she catches him. I hope this class will go on forever. But it won't.
Marge is
We've done, wow, 2 hours.
A lot of good stuff in Krishna consciousness. If you just give it a chance, you can find out
Wow.
something, get the real knowledge.
Thank you so much, Marge. I know you have to go somewhere right now, and I feel bad holding you back, but thank you so much, Marge, for giving us so much of your time all the time. Thank you so much.
As long as I don't make plans, I have a lot of time.
And I know,
Thank you so
Marge, you
much,
need to catch up on sleep too, because you were up since 2:30 in the morning, so you must be tired.
Yeah, it says here, by spiritual culture, one is able to conquer sleep.
Yeah.
I hope you get a good sleep tonight, Maraj.
No such thing.
That is good, Kesha.
Yeah, that's I was thinking the same thing too, Mataji. Good Akesha, that's right, like Arjuna.
All right, so right now I'm gonna conquer over
Thank you.
what? I'm gonna conquer over being on the internet too long.
No problem,
Yeah.
Maraj. Thank you so much, Maraj. Hare Krishna.
Gopal ki jai. Todas Candramauli Swami ki jai.
Jai.
Gaur Premanande. Hari
Hare
Hari.
Hare Bol.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mati. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.